Hi, and welcome to A Couple of Instigators. And we're back with Margaret and Jen.
Hi.
Yeah.
Morning.
Yes, we are going to talk about, who knows? I don't know what the election passed. I know that was always a lot of fun. The midterms with Jen being from Canada, messaging us going, well, what does this mean?
I was so confused.
She was like, wait, Margaret, did she even say, like, do we want red or blue?
Yeah. The question was, is red or blue bad? And I said, it depends on who you're asking.
Yes, right. Depends on who you're asking. Is red or blue bad? Like, what color? So we were like, well, Trump is red.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Or orange.
Or orange. It could go either way, right. And, so that was the most fun, was while we were messaging each other during
It was a busy night.
The busy night, and Jen completely confused, going, I don't know what this means. I don't understand. Which, Jen, I want to ask you something really quick. So, like, how does it work for you guys, like, the election? Like, that's showing me how much I don't know.
So we vote locally. So you vote for your premier or your member of parliament in your area that you want, and then the majority of that party is who's elected either premier of the province or prime minister of the country. So it's not like when we get a ballot, we don't get like the way you see Hillary and Trump actually on your ballot.
Right.
We don't get that. You just get your local people.
Right.
And then the majority of the local people decides who's going to run the party. And whoever that party has decided is going to be their head, that person winds up either.
Oh, so you didn't vote for Justin, actually.
No. But you vote for your local person. And then if he has enough people from his party that won, if they get enough seats, then he becomes the head hoo-ha.
Okay. So, all right, I see. I think. Margaret, do you get it?
Yeah, I think it's almost like, in a way, our electoral college.
Okay.
I think that thing before you guys do, like your pre-election to the big election.
Right.
I think our actual election is, I think that's what our actual election is. We just cut out the middleman step.
So you have, like a Democrat, Republican there, right? What do you guys call it?
Liberal. Sorry, the cat just spilled coffee all over me. We have. Oh, I'm soaking wet. Sorry. We have
professional broadcasters.
Yes.
Right. We have PC Party, which is the Progressive Conservatives. Conservative Party and the Liberal Party.
Okay. And Justin is obviously liberal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It goes back and forth. Our last one was PC, so it goes back and forth.
Right. And who was the last one?
Harper.
Okay.
Is that right? Don't quote me on that.
It shows. Oh my gosh.
That was a while
Okay.
ago.
Okay. So how long has Justin been in?
He got in right as Obama was leaving. So what's that? About 3 years?
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I mean, he's hot, so we all know who he is. And I saw him doing yoga planks in his office. Did you see that photo?
No, I missed that one.
Oh my God. He was doing a handstand on his desk.
Yeah, he had some weird jobs before. I think one of them was like not pro wrestler, but like something like that.
Are you kidding?
No, he was a drama high school teacher, and he's done nothing political before this.
So what?
No, his dad ran the country though a while ago.
Oh.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, like long time ago, like when. I think when he was little, like his dad was doing a lot of stuff with Cuba because there's a lot of pictures of his family with Castro. That just got weird, didn't it?
Yes, I'm thinking like he was like, I was like, he never did anything political, and he was in school for drama, and now he's like running the country.
Oh yeah, the parties that hate him always are posting pictures. I guess his mom was really good friends with Castro, and pictures of him like next to Castro as a kid and stuff, saying Castro's really his dad. And
yeah.
It's interesting.
Of course, right? Well, he is absolutely adorable, and I mean, we took over the House, which means Trump is not going to have as much power as he did. Now, there'll be some more checks and balances. So someone, like, we can kind of rein him in now. So his executive orders are just, written in stone immediately. A little bit of a scary thing happened is Ruth fell down Margret and broke 3 ribs, I think.
I saw that.
And okay, so Ruth Bader Ginsburg, is that how I say her full name?
Yes.
Because I just RBC. Okay, she is G. RBG, yes. Right. The notorious RBG. She's on our Supreme Court, and she's the highest level of the Supreme Court, and she's liberal. And
she's
now...
85.
85, okay? Poor Ruth looks like she's passed, okay? Yes,
it looks like a Weekend at Bernie's situation.
It does.
She's on the bench.
It does. I mean, she's like, can barely keep her eyes open, but we need her to hang on, Jen, for 2 years, because if she passes, then Trump can put another conservative onto the Supreme Court, which is going to tip the scale greatly now, because we're already, with Kavanaugh, we're already like...
off balance.
Yes, which means we could be looking at overturning Roe versus Wade, which will make, if they overturn that, will make abortion illegal again, like in the 1950s.
No way, they can't do that.
Oh, don't think so. Don't think
really?
They can't. Margaret, tell her.
I mean, technically they could do it. I think no matter who's on the court, I think it's highly unlikely, though.
I don't. I think that's their main goal, is to turn that over. But it's not going to be completely, it'll go by state, Margaret. So, Obviously, New York State, we're very Democratic. That won't happen here, California. But there are a ton of red states that will decide to make it illegal.
So it's not like it passes and then the whole country does it?
No, it's just going to go by state.
No, it's just like gay marriage,
Gay marriage was by state.
And even even gun laws are not universal. Each state has their
different
own
laws.
Because our country, the country decides, you're going to smoke pot, you're all going to smoke pot.
Right, not here. Now, here it goes
for some
by
things
state.
and some things not. It just depends. Right.
So you can't, our state, our marijuana laws are state by state. So, you know what I mean? Slowly, states will jump onto it. I believe New York State is probably going to be next. I'm thinking we are going to be next, but Colorado is. What else? Seattle, right, Margaret? Oregon, or
Washington.
Washington.
It's legal in Oregon and California.
Yep.
Not sure where else. I'm surprised Florida hasn't gotten it yet, to be honest.
That's weird too, because they're so red. They're so Republican, Florida. But they almost, it was a little tight this midterm. Texas too. Texas was very close to flipping.
There's a lot of crazy news that comes out of Florida. Should they be smoking pot?
Yeah, well, I think that's part of the problem.
Not only that, but Florida, they love their guns. Love their guns. When I go down to South Florida, I mean, I've discussed this before with Margaret. There is a gun shop, seriously, every 3 blocks. In Fort Lauderdale,
yes.
It's every 3 blocks you could just walk in, buy a gun. It's, obviously you have to have not a pistol, but a rifle or a semi-automatic. You can just go in and buy it.
Do you need a license or?
No, not for those.
Do you need a waiting time or?
For handguns?
Handgun, yes. Handgun, you have to have a license.
For rifles, no. There's not, but you do still have to do a background check and fill out paperwork
20 minutes.
And what have you.
Do you have to be from the area?
No.
I do not believe so.
So, I could just walk in there and buy a gun.
Well, I don't know about you being
because I'm
from out of the...
But Cindy being from New York, she could just walk in and buy a gun.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
After the shooting, I shouldn't say shooting. Unfortunately, Jen, we have them here quite frequently. And we just had one that happened at a college gathering at a country bar, which it was college night, right, Margaret? A lot of college kids.
I think so.
Yeah. So, but after one of those happened oh geez, I don't know. When I was up there over the winter, there was a shooting. So I wanted to see what would happen because it was the AR-15, that semi-automatic that everyone seems to like when they do shootings. I could have got one in like a half hour, $700 with the carrying case and extra ammo.
Wow.
They give you
that's true. Yeah, when I bought my shotgun, they did the background check, but it took about half an hour. But when I bought my handgun, they did the background check for both. But they hold it for 3 days and you come back and get it.
Just to make sure you're not going to like kill yourself.
Well, wait, but you have to have a license to get, I mean, do you have a handgun? Did you do the license?
I do, but I didn't have it when I bought it.
Wow.
Oh, no.
I believe, I do have my concealed carry permit now.
Yes, that's what I mean.
And I believe now that I have that, if I went to buy another one, I wouldn't have to wait, I think.
Okay,
But it's very different in every state. Like California has very strict laws. Most of the Northeast has very strict laws.
We do.
When I go on road trips, I like to bring my gun with me because if my car were to break down, just for safety. But it's tricky, and I have to look. There's a website that gives all the sort of reciprocity rules with other states and which states recognize my permit. Because if I'm driving through a state that doesn't recognize a Florida concealed carry permit, I can't have my gun with me. So that makes road trips a little difficult sometimes.
Right. Okay, because in New York, Margaret, now it takes like 9 months to get your handgun license. Like, it takes a long time.
Oh, wow. Yeah, here to get my permit, I had to, you have to take a class that's like a couple hours. And then send in that certificate and fill out a whole bunch of paperwork, and you have to go get fingerprinted. And then it takes, I think, anywhere from like 30 to 90 days for the government to process the paperwork. And then you have to go in and like take a test, and they take your picture and all that and give you your license.
Okay, yeah, so here I think it's a lot longer. I don't have any of that stuff. If I really wanted a weapon, I would just go buy like a shotgun. You know what I mean? I mean, it's something to keep in my house. It's not like, I definitely am not secure with myself at all to be walking around carrying a handgun. I am like way too afraid of guns that way. I'm afraid I would shoot myself. I'm like, somebody would beat my ass and shoot me with my gun. You know what I mean? There's just like too much of that. I'm not comfortable at all with that.
I mostly got my permit because I work downtown now, and our downtown is really not safe.
Yeah.
So that's mainly why I got my permit. But
yeah, I mean, I don't feel secure at all with myself. What about you, Jen?
What? Do I carry a gun?
No, would you?
No.
I know.
Honestly, that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. She goes.
I don't think I've ever even seen a gun in my life, other than like a pellet gun my grandpa used to shoot squirrels with, like. And that was only to scare them. That wasn't even to kill them.
Okay, so listen, let me tell you something crazy. So this was about, I don't know, over last winter, actually. That's how long ago it was. At like 4 o'clock in the morning, somebody was pounding on my front door, like really like pounding. And, woke me up, woke up everybody. My dog was going ballistic. And I got up and I literally opened up my back door like an idiot. I don't even know what I was thinking, Jen, just like going down and opening up the back door like, hi, who's there? And
covers over my head.
I realized how stupid I was, and I closed the door. So we went back to sleep, whatever. So the next morning, I got up, and there was like all these footprints in the snow, Jen, and Margaret, like all around, my back door and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, what an idiot. Like at 4 a.m, who is pounding on my back door? You have to literally open up my gate to get in to do that, okay? So I've tracked the footprints through my yard all the way to the neighbor behind me on a different
visual
street.